Hey there, Viridian Forest bug catchers. My name is Zeke Freak, and I regularly commit massive tax fraud. Joining me today are my usual cohorts Kevin, the Flames of Disaster, and Saradin, voted most likely to suck eggs in high school. And together, we're going to turn our lives around by turning the lives of those around us around. Welcome to the Baka Gaijin show.
The flames
I
of
would,
disaster!
I would only suck Kiara's eggs, fresh from her bosom.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there were a lot of very insightful, future-bound people in your high school who knew this about you.
Yeah, they knew.
Turned into
Just the prophecy.
You had the vague vibe of an egg sucker.
Someone looked
Still
at you.
do.
Someone looked at you just like, yeah, he would suck eggs. I don't know if he does, but he would.
Yeah. Every now
I'm
and again, you
reminded-
gotta take a mental inventory of who around you could suck eggs.
God, I'm reminded of when I was talking to somebody in high school. Like, one of the popular kids was actually in our group one day, and he just took one look at me and he saw me, like, you know, reading a manga, and he's like, yeah, you look like somebody who'd read manga. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
You know what? I gotta give it to him. You look like someone who'd read manga.
Fucking shit.
Now that I think about it,
I have the nerd look, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, if your teeth didn't suck, you'd be halfway to a Scott the Woz visage. So, now that I think about it, sucking eggs sounds like actually a pretty efficient way to incubate them, as long as you remember, don't swallow.
Yeah, don't swallow and don't bite down too hard.
Other than that, it seems like a good place to incubate eggs.
Technically,
Yeah, stupid chickens, get on that.
yeah. Anyway,
Did you just gobble? That's a motherfucking turkey thing.
no, like, I was trying to do, like, the noise of somebody who has a fucking egg in their mouth.
I guess that could be described as gobbling if you're pedantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I find your joke shallow and pedantic.
Well, fuck me. I can't do anything about that. I mean,
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you really seemed out of your depth there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just one of those things where it's like, I didn't think this through!
Yeah, I've noticed you've actually gotten worse at improv with age.
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So-
Well, we record on the same day every time, so
No. We record on the same day of the... Okay, it depends on the date, I guess. I guess that makes more sense.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't at all, but you know, we love playing pretend here.
Right. Yeah. Let's say,
I'm just-
hypothetically.
Yeah, I'm just saying, theoretically, if someone were to go back and listen to every episode of the show, I think they would notice a gradual decline in Kevin's improv skills.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we attribute it to? Like the brain fog, or
Mental retardation.
sure?
Just gradual mental retardation over time.
You live there, like near a toxic waste dump, or do you regularly get hit in the head with a shovel?
Okay, not get regularly hit in the head with a shovel, but I do live next to, like, a freaking factory plant, so maybe that has something to do with it.
The Havana syndrome.
I don't know what the fuck you mean by that.
You know, Havana syndrome, like the fucking the subsonic. It's like a theory that I've never had to explain Havana syndrome before. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I usually only talk to educated people.
Yeah, no, I actually do not know what that is. So
You talk to
sorry.
us. What the hell?
Okay, sorry. No, he's educated. I'm not.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm at that level of education where I understand Havana syndrome. I just have a hard time explaining it.
Right. I'll
Yeah. Sounds cool though.
I'll probably look it up, like, in between fucking segments or some shit.
Sure.
Then I'll come back.
You know,
on
I've
and be
always
like,
thought-
I know what Havana syndrome is now.
You know, I've always thought this, and I'm willing to bet it's probably happened at some point in history, but man, that would make a sick band name.
We are Havana Syndrome!
Everyone leaves because they're like, oh shit, I don't want that! Why would you willingly produce that?
Right. Look, there are bands named Anal Cunt, so, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. What? I'm gonna be quiet? I'm assuming they told me to be quiet.
Yeah. Have you been particularly loud? I don't think so.
No, there's...
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright. Anyway.
Yes, okay. Confirmed, I have found a band called Havana Syndrome on SoundCloud.
Alright, well, there you go. There you go. The joke is complete. We can move on now.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 4-minute, 34-second track called Tune for Marlowe, which seems to be a dedication to a dog that I presume has died.
Most likely, or they just thought the dog was really cool and just like, we're gonna name a song after you.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
What?
You're not gonna believe this. They fucking sampled the dog's barks for the song.
Fucking Uncle Aaron's shit-ass beat type beat.
I'm putting this in lobby chat. Please put this in the episode.
I will absolutely put that in the episode. I will not listen to it now, but I will put it in the episode.
Oh boy. I think it's just at the beginning, but goddamn, that took me out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely do that.
Well, cheers to you, Marlowe. Have a drink in your name.
I'm sorry,
whether you're dead or just based.
I'm sorry. I brought it up as a joke, but I still can't get over the fact that for fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales, they had you like gather a bunch of samples for Uncle Aaron to produce a freaking beat track, and it's the worst beat track you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah. Oh
and,
yeah.
And you can. And
it's so funny.
And they try to animate Miles Morales being like, "Oh yeah, man, yeah." It's like,
That entire
yeah.
family is cursed with terrible music days.
Dude, in that game they gave Uncle Aaron terrible taste in music, and then they gave frickin' Miles that fuck-ass haircut in the next game.
I don't mind the haircut. It's more when they gave him the suit where the haircut showed through the suit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I actually don't mind Miles's Killmonger cut. It's the fucking
It's the fact that he cut a hole in the top of his damn mask for the hair to go through.
The funny thing is, there's that suit actually has an alternate color scheme that I actually think looks pretty cool. If that was just an optional unlockable suit, it would have been like whatever, but it's like a story moment where it's like, I'm my own spider person now. I need a new suit to affirm my identity. And it's like, what?
I love the scene.
You burnt the kitchen.
I love the scene where Peter Parker sees him for the first time, and you can hear, it practically sounds like Yuri Lowenthal stifling a laugh where he's like, looks good.
It looks great, buddy.
It's like, it feels like even fucking the developers knew that looked like ass.
And internally, Peter's just going, oh my god, this is my legacy. This is fucking, oh shit. What have I done?
I need to find a new Spider-Man fast.
Yeah, we need like 50 spider people fast. We need, we gotta turn into Marvel rivals in this bitch.
It's just that one moment where he's just like, oh god, the kids are not okay.
I respect your individual agency as your own hero.
Yeah, just gritting his teeth, grinding.
I don't!
Well, we know you don't. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think it is a controversial thing to say that Peter Parker, probably a better person than Sheridan. Probably.
Peter's, honestly, he's probably a better person than me, too. Honestly, yeah. I go through half the shit that Peter Parker does, and I'm just like, nope,
except,
no, thank you.
Except 616. That guy sucks at this point.
Oh god, yeah, the fucking gradual character assassination of Peter Parker 616 needs to be studied in a lab.
Dude can't let a fucking dog die without making a contract with a demon.
Right. Look, I'm sorry, but I know this freaking dumbass storyline is like 15 years old at this point, but One More Day really was the point of no return for 616 Spidey.
Oh, it's only gotten worse. We've had like
Oh,
four
I
One More
know.
Days since then.
Oh God. Oh God, that's like.
The problem.
Oh God, that's the story. Yeah. Oh God, that's the story equivalent of having like multiple 9/11s. What the hell?
Well, the problem with the name One More Day is that it implies the existence of more days.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So logically, we should have seen this coming.
Yeah. People need to stop letting Joe Quesada cook. People need to just stop letting him cook.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You think people in middle school called him Joe Quesadilla?
Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed.
Yeah.
Look, teenagers will take any opportunity to make fun of your name in any fucking way. Again, I've said it before, I've been called every variation you can think of to make fun of Faulkner before.
I don't know, I'm very creative.
So were they. You're probably more creative than them, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you're a writer. These guys huffed Axe body spray.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It gives you a +3 to creativity. It says so on the bottle.
Does it really? I'm calling bullshit.
If I write it on the bottle, it does.
Right. God,
see, that's the kind of creativity it offers.
I love how you brought back Axe body spray. Yesterday I was watching a video on, like, the fall of 5 Gum.
Actually, you brought up Axe body spray.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right, yeah. No,
Go on, though. This sounds like a fun anecdote.
No, I was watching a video the other day about, like, the fall of 5 Gum, and he described 5 Gum's initial, and this YouTuber described 5 Gum's initial marketing campaign as basically being the Axe body spray of gum.
That's true.
It's very accurate.
You know what? It's hard for me to like accept it as the fall of 5 Gum because like it's all Wrigley.
It's all Wrigley, yes.
Oh no!
Even he
one of our
mentioned
brands
yeah.
isn't doing as well as my 15 other brands. Oh
yeah.
well.
Yeah. He mentioned in the video. It's like, I'm just kidding. This is all fucking Wrigley. Wrigley is like the freaking Disney of the gum industry. Wrigley is just this large, like, corporate homunculus designed to sell gum.
Don't fuck with gum. I've said it many times. Don't fuck with big gum.
Big gum. Okay, that one I'll give you. I normally have an issue with you just putting big in front of the name of a product and saying it's like this big conspiracy. No, big gum is actually a thing. You get a pass.
Big gum's real.
Get a pass.
Have you ever stopped to think, like, what the actual utility of something like gum is?
To get tobacco chewers off of tobacco.
That's one way. That's one of them.
Dude, like, fucking people who get off tobacco are big into gum. My dad chewed tobacco up until like his 30s, and now he's a huge gum guy.
Yeah, it feels like the two major markets for gum are people who need to watch their weight and don't want to just snack on shit, and people who are getting off of chewing tobacco. That's like 80% of the market right there between those two demographics.
Also middle schoolers for some reason.
Yeah.
also people who I would say also people who use it as a breath freshener.
That is true, but at the same time,
I would prefer like something like Lifesavers for that.
That was another thing brought up in the video. The gum industry has actually seen a significant decline in sales due to the rise in popularity of breath mints.
Well, they last longer.
Yeah, no. Tic Tacs and shit, Tic Tacs, Lifesavers and shit are way more readily popular. And
dude, there was a fucking bag of orange Lifesavers the other day, and I had them for a while. And I was like, damn, I don't have Lifesavers often, but every time I do, I'm like, damn, these are tasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, those things have like a hell of a lot of flavor. The mint, dude, you will never taste something more minty than a fucking mint Lifesaver. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Like short of just putting a damn mint leaf in your mouth.
Yeah, and maybe more.
Maybe more. Yeah.
It's got extra components that enhance the mintiness.
Oh yeah, it's like I think it's like freaking.
That the mint leaf lacks suck it nature.
Yeah, it's got like I think like 6% menthol in it or something that just. Yeah.
That's also true.
Yeah. You want something that tastes more like mint. Add menthol.
Yeah.
I can confirm.
Yep.
It's true. In all facets of life.
Indeed.
There's nothing more dangerous than being a middle schooler and having a spare stick of gum that's visible.
Right, yeah. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times when I was in frickin' middle school in my first 2 years, not the last 2 years, just the first 2 years of high school, anytime somebody brought out a frickin' pack of gum, it was just like, hey man, you got gum? Can we get gum? Hey man, can I get some gum? Hey man, some gum? Hey, gum. It's like the frickin', it's like the frickin' seagulls from, Finding Nemo, just mine, gum.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like wearing an invisible wearing a see-through backpack full of money.
Pretty much. Yep.
The confidence. I'm not saying for massive piles of money, but I'm just in general the confidence of wearing a see-through backpack.
Yeah. Anybody who did, I respected them, but also at the same time, I questioned their choices because I'm like,
I fear them.
Buddy, you know your shit's gonna get jacked, right?
I fear them.
Dude, I didn't even have a freaking like. I just had a regular ass backpack, and people kept stealing shit out of my backpack all the time.
Yeah, no, I fear them. It's like that's like the IRL equivalent of like always having your NEN activated. Like they're ready for a fight at any time.
Right? Yeah. It's like freaking Goku. It's like freaking Goku at the end of the Cell Saga, just eternally in Super Saiyan mode.
Sure.
And just passively.
Yeah. Absolutely not for marketing reasons.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Super Saiyan Goku, now available in like 4 different colors.
Buy it now at Toys R Us. Oh wait, shit, that's not really a thing people go to. Buy it now on Amazon.
Yep, there you go.
Buy it now on BigBadToyStore.com.
I heard a theory the other day. It was one of those threads where people would be like, look, if I work 9 to 5 and your store's open 9 to 5, I'm never going to your store. This is why Amazon blew up, because they're always open.
Yeah, just go home, get online, order what you want, fuck off for like 3 days.
But you gotta ask your parents' permission before you go online.
Okay, let's be real here. Do they ever say that in commercials anymore for like freaking Wizards 101? Oh, by the way, Wizards 101 is coming to Switch apparently.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, freaking 16-year-old game. They're just like, this is the perfect opportunity to bring it to Switch right now.
When are they gonna have roll out like Wizard 101 a classic?
You mean like RuneScape Classic?
Yeah, like WoW Classic or Classic RuneScape, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll cycle back eventually.
Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. Okay, but the real question is, when are we going to get Classic Toontown online?
I think that company is defunct, right?
Probably.
I'll look that up.
I would not be shocked.
Yeah, I'll look that up. Kevin, keep making random noises until I do.
Dude. No, don't fucking look at Jesus.
Shell Games.
I love how Zeke's like, yeah, Kevin, your improv skills have really gotten worse over time. Anyway, improv while I look shit up.
Well, you're not gonna get better if you don't practice.
Yeah, you're not gonna begin. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yep. Damn it! It was Toontown Online was a collaboration between 3 different studios: Disney's Virtual Reality Studio, Shell Games, and Frog Children Studios. The first two are still active. Frog Children was so small they don't have a Wikipedia page, so I don't know about them.
I feel like they might have been like a support studio or something, probably.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah. Also, freaking Frog Children's You said that, and the first thing I thought of was the people who made like the Legacy of Goku series, Webfoot Technologies. Just like great name, great name.
Back in the day, you could just name yourself whatever.
Yeah, you could just name yourself whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you still can, but a lot more things are taken.
It's just anybody who wants to make a games company is just like, shit, what the fuck, what the fuck are we gonna call our studio? Sees a spiderweb in the corner and then looks at their foot. I got an idea!
Yeah, there's so many fucking studios from like the 90s and 2000s that were just named after. It felt like the P-tier Griffin joke where they just looked around and then they named their studio.
Yeah. Starting up my own studio, Cupbook Productions.
Yeah, I'm gonna start my Guava Bowl Studios.
There you go, there you go.
I'm gonna know for the confused at home. I do not have just a guava sitting here. I have guava flavored drink enhancer. I don't just have a bowl of guavas next to me. But
Yeah.
if you want a headcanon that, I accept that.
Yep.
I'm usually not a death of the author guy, but if you want to imagine throughout this podcast that I've just had a bowl of guavas sitting next to me, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. That is absolutely out of character, but I'm doing it anyway.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So where did Baka Gaijin from? Did you look in the mirror?
No, that was actually a long deliberation. It was actually very. I put a lot of.
No, I think he
thought.
just looked in the mirror, dog.
All around me are
Familiar faces.
worn out places, worn out places. Hey Kevin, what have you been up to lately?
Yeah, what have I been up to lately? Last night I finished my rewatch of season 1 of ReZero.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah. Fucking
I
love
gave it a little heart.
I saw that.
I liked your tweet on twitter.com.
I saw that. Thank you.
It's called X now. Get it
Oh,
right.
Sorry,
Daddy,
I loved your
Elon
X
is the
post.
future.
I loved your X post.
Thank you. You should freaking subscribe to my X.
I feel like it's impossible to say I liked your X post without following it up with subscribe to my OnlyFans, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Provided in Sweden. Yes. Because all the bots are Swedish apparently. They come from
Yeah.
like one company. Yep.
Oh.
And Elon Musk is too busy battling the Brazilian government right now to deal with it.
Right, yeah. My neck photos
Don't worry.
in profile!
Don't worry, Brazil is the only thing that stands between him and Mars. So as long as he defeats the Brazilian government, like this is all part of his plan, all part of his gambit. Your mind isn't as autistic as his. You don't understand him.
Elon Musk slams
The
his
genius.
Genius! It's the same symbol that's on the round table!
Fucking Christ.
I despise that movie, but that one scene kills me for all the wrong reasons.
What are you talking about? They
Yeah.
got a flawless ADR impersonator.
I mean, a lot of people died for the wrong reasons in that film, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't
Including
believe
Anthony
in the
Hopkins. See, I believed in one of the greats. You lost faith. I never lost faith.
Yeah, those guys who died, they lost faith in the primes. We didn't lose faith.
The movie fucking sucks. Transformers 5 is the actual death of cinema. I'm sorry.
The only film to be brought to you by 23 different aspect ratios.
Dude, I was actually dude, like after that movie came out, while watching it, I realized how fucking awful the cinematography and editing was, and I was like, what the fuck happened? Did he just pass it between 5 different editing teams? I watched the behind the scenes. He passed it between 5 different editing teams.
Awesome.
He literally Yeah, if you want to know why nothing in The Last Night makes sense, that's why. You can absolutely tell Michael Bay completely stopped giving a shit. He's just like, I'm cranking this out. Fuck it. Anyway.
Dude, it's crazy how he's made more money than any of us ever will.
All of his movies after Age of Extinction have bombed at the box office, though, so...
Yeah, but he's got that war chest.
He does.
I also said had made. I didn't say
made, that's true. Yeah,
possesses currently or always will.
that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as I was saying, I did finish my rewatch of season 1 of ReZero. I'm gonna rewatch Frozen Bond probably tomorrow. not tonight. Tonight I'm gonna go to another server and we're gonna watch The Taking of Pelham 123, the original, not the 2009 version.
What
do I
the
have to
fuck is that?
Do I have to watch the other Pelham 122 takeovers to understand the plot?
No, it's this like crime thriller where terrorists take over a bullet train and they are demanding $1 million, and every minute that they don't get their $1 million, somebody dies.
I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather watch Bullet Train.
I will. I mean, it's on the list. It's on the list. You can put it on the wheel at any time. Anytime.
Yeah, but I mean, what am I gonna kick off? Elmo Goes to Grouchland? No.
Right. Yeah.
I thought the list was ever expanding and never shrinking.
The list is ever expanding. The wheel is finite.
Yeah. Big difference. No. Season 1 of ReZero is really, really good. And From Zero, the episode with
Yes.
But I Love Amelia, which, for the record,
Yes.
actually a great scene, and the memes about it are, like, actually fucking stupid when you think about it.
Extremely uncharitable, yes.
They're very uncharitable because it completely misrepresents the scene. It's a great scene. I love that scene so much.
Yep.
To be fair, Kevin, I don't think I've actually seen a meme about that scene in like 5 years.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, but no, I fucking love ReZero in season, and just rewatching it is, it really does, like, I remember why I loved it the first time I watched it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Subaru is honestly such a great protagonist.
Yeah. We did a whole fucking episode about that. Episode
We did.
43, I think.
Oh god, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did do that freaking ReZero episode a long time ago. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yes, it was in the pre-post revival stage.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But apart from that, I also this past week I watched Hololive English second concert Breaking Dimensions.
Could have just said Breaking Dimensions, dude, and then explained the rest of it. I hate Japanese titles for these things.
Hololive English third concert part 3 director's cut. Third strike.
Yeah, Revengeance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking despise that shit. But no, yeah, the concert was cool.
Yeah, the concert was great. Fucking Muna, Bay, Iris, and Suisei doing a quartet for High Tide was the best performance of the night for me. Goddamn.
And it's okay that you're wrong, okay? It's fine. I mean, I loved it, but it's okay that you're totally fucking wrong.
I know.
In every conceivable
Look,
manner.
dude, I know. Takamori
Fire and
best.
ice, baby.
Dude, that's like a close number 2 for me, alright? It's splitting hairs, for real.
Okay, all right. We'll split them differently. Fucking inaccuracies aren't going to be tolerated anymore. Fucking Bush League bullshit up in here.
No, it was a great concert and lots of really fun moments. Amazing performances from basically all the girls. Really good time. Apart from
it's fun. It's fun, and a lot of my friends were out there at the event, of course. And they had great stories to tell also.
Nice.
Yeah, they did a similar thing to what we did at Connect the World, where they like met up at a park and practiced like chanting and cheering and stuff, like their specific chants and cheers for different songs and stuff like that. And like they took video of that. Also, Kiara's official coordinator, like her choreo designer, the person who like does her choreo, or like comes up with the setups for her choreo. Was actually there, and they got to meet and hang out for a bit.
Oh, that's nice.
So yep, and a bunch of other like the KFB and other fans got to also meet them. Got to also meet her, which is really cool. She lives in New York City, which is where this took place. So that's it's pretty neat.
Oh, that's definitely beneficial. Yeah.
God, I wish I had to piss. This was one of the perfect time for me to take a break. Oh well.
You have pissed before the podcast, sir. You have done this yourself.
I'm suffering from success.
Anyway, no, that's honestly all I wanted to say.
We're
about
successful?
I'm suffering from existence.
I live, therefore I am. Anyway, no, apart from that, that's all I wanted to say about Breaking Dimensions. Just concert good, very fun, good performances.
Yeah, I definitely want to get that on Blu-ray, just literally for the different live performances, just because they put so much extra flair and inflection on all their
They
singing.
sell these on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell the concerts on Blu-ray eventually,
Okay.
so you can own it at home.
I can't. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like they always put so much extra inflection and stuff on all of their music when they're singing it live and stuff versus like the audio recordings. So it's always just a bit. It's all the same songs, but with just a bit more oomph to them, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So very, very exciting.
Very, yeah. Apart from that, watch some movies. A lot of classics.
Oh, crazy.
Classics, both modern and old. Over another server, I watched both 12 Angry Men and The Producers.
One of my favorite films of all time.
12 Angry Men's really, really good.
Also, yeah, you're wrong. The entire second act is basically one cut, except for the part that goes to the bathroom. I looked it up.
Okay.
The entire second act where they're deliberating is entirely done in one take.
Oh, you mean like the scene where they're like walking around the like the scene where they're walking around the table and they're trying to figure out like when they're
Yeah, all of that intricate character play, all of that is entirely done in one take.
Right, yeah.
Except for the bathroom scene where they take a break.
Yeah, I actually do like that about the film, is that like it does have a lot of long scenes like that. Like even in later parts of the film, there are a lot of long scenes where characters just it just kind of lets the camera linger around the room and just lets the characters play off of each other in a way that honestly feels very natural. But like 12 Angry Men is a really, really good movie. I described it as I described it on Twitter. Hold up, fucking Twitter, broken ass. No, I described it as being a
I like how this podcast has just turned into you regurgitating your Twitter thread for the past week.
No, I called it a masterclass of conversational and argumentative writing, because like it's just you have to do a lot of work to get me interested in just watching a bunch of old dudes bicker in a room for 90 minutes.
Hey, that's gonna be us one day.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie, and I love just how the different ideals and the different like perspectives of each of these characters just kind of clashes against each other, and how you get to see the way that the story, like the way that each one of them eventually folds and realizes, no, there is actually like reasonable doubt to whether or not this person actually did kill somebody. It's just really, really well done. And I also watched The Producers, which one of like 3 or 4 Mel Brooks movies that I have not seen. And this was actually the first movie that Mel Brooks ever did. This movie, The Producers, is remarkably biting for a 1967 comedy, because the entire movie is based around this like old, washed up Broadway producer who's basically just getting by on favors for old women who used to love his plays back in the day. And he gets and he hires like this accounting dude who realizes, dude, these books are all wrong and you've been committing fraud this entire time. And he's just like, what are we gonna do? I need to find a way to, cover this up. And he's like, okay, I've got an idea for you to be able to cover this up, pay that back, but also get money, but also like gain profit from making a new play. We get the worst fucking script that we can find. put it on, have the play fail, and then we collect tax breaks on it. Essentially, the
Uwe Boll, the Uwe Boll
literally,
strategy.
yeah, literally the Uwe Boll strategy. So they end up buying this script from a former Nazi officer called Springtime for Hitler, and they put it on with the worst actor for Hitler that they can possibly find, and then they just watch as they let the play go for like the first act, and then they're just like, well, everybody seems to fucking hate it. Let's go to the bar across the street and get drunk. And then it turns out, no, everybody loves it because the main actor for Hitler is just chewing the scenery and the script is horrible. Everyone's just like, this is the funniest movie I've ever seen. So everything just goes horribly wrong. Well, everything goes horribly right for them, rather. No, The Producers is super, super funny. It was actually adapted into a musical in the late 90s, and there's like a film adaptation of that as well from like 2005. Probably gonna check that one out too, but the original Producers movie is really, really fun. And apart from that, over in our server, link provided in the description below, we also watched a couple movies, Deathgasm and Speed Racer. Both absolutely fucking crazy movies in different ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why Deathgasm was so long ago, but yes, it was great.
It was like 2 weeks ago, but
It's like 3 weeks ago. We skipped one.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, Deathgasm is super fun, and that movie stars a fucking Power Rangers actor, and I didn't realize that until like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, remarkably great looking film for how fucking cheap it was.
Yeah, didn't they make that movie for like $100,000 or something?
I believe it was less than that. It was like 40 grand or something.
Yeah, goddamn, yeah. The movie's cheap as shit, and it's remarkable what they were able to do with that kind of budget. Funny enough, on Monday we're going to watch another movie like that, where these guys had $100 in a dream.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Versus on Monday, which same director as Godzilla Final Wars and the action choreographer for Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. This is the movie that got him the job for Twin Snakes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, the remake of the first Metal Gear Solid game, where the Solid Snake does all that crazy like Matrix flipping and shit. Yeah, that's this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Versus is really fun. I think you're gonna like it. Apart from that,
Will I like it?
maybe.
The better question is, will you show up?
That's a good question.
Hey, I've shown up for most of the movies.
Yeah, so you showed up for good. Yeah, good chunk of them.
I have not been keeping track. I can't argue this.
Yeah. No, he's been showing up more frequently lately. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm also having to work myself to death right now because of, the not having a job thing and not being able to find one.
yeah.
So I'm working myself to death as a driver still. So,
Yeah, well,
that being said, I am dealing with my debts pretty quickly this way, and that's kind of my goal is to kill off all my debts and then go back to finding something real that I can work. But around holiday season, especially, I'm considering doing. Well, that's coming up in a month or two, but by then I should have all of my debts paid off. But I'm considering just picking up some kind of factory or warehouse job just for now because it pays well, gives good benefits, and just trying to generate enough income that I can just live and do the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
For now.
No, I hope you can find a decent job relatively soon. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
But at the very least, you have a way to make ends meet until then, so that's good to know.
Yeah, I may not be able to do anything. Like travel may have to get canceled, and I might have to be light on merch, but I can at least pay my bills this way.
Yeah, that's good. But that's basically what I've been doing for the most part. Not a whole lot, honestly. But I'm assuming that's just what you've been doing then, Mike.
Yeah, working myself to death. I did pick up a wireless keyboard and mouse because I can't wait for Cubase to lend me his anymore.
Right.
So eventually I can start watching anime in the comfort of my own bed again, which is like the only place I can really enjoyably do that anymore. So hopefully by the next time you talk to me, I'll have a few animes under my belt.
Ooh, nice. All right.
That I can watch, or at least part of some of them. I still need to get to Shield Hero Season 3. I heard the first episode of Season 3 was better than the entirety of Season 2. So I'm excited for that. Season 2 wasn't awful, but it was so awkwardly, like the content that was provided was so awkwardly paced because they had to stretch out like a filler arc or like a setup arc and then like the actual rest of the arc. Yeah. And then like a small mini arc afterwards. And they had to stretch it out to 12 episodes, which it clearly was not designed. Like it was clearly like a very awkward thing they had to do to kind of jerry rig the, as opposed to gerrymander, jerry rig the whole that season together. But I heard season 3 is actually better structured as an actual season. So we'll see where that takes us. But that's probably the first thing I'm going to conquer is that, and then I'm going to head off and get done with Dr. Stone.
Okay.
So yeah. But I also watched the Breaking Dimensions concert. I actually hosted it here on the server, which you're not supposed to do, but there's a lot of KFB who just didn't have the
Report
opportunity
this
to
man.
That's right. You can report me. Kiara will save me. I've asked her to do dirty work for me before, so like reducing my sentence in prison.
I'm reporting you to the stupid bullshit police.
Okay, cool. Where do I find the internet police?
I saw the pictures you put in lobby chat. Fucking Pixar.
Yeah.
Nemo, don't touch that boat. Okay. Directed by Andrew Stanton.
Yeah. They decided to be funny today.
Buddy, it's too dangerous. So true. Thanks for looking out for my safety. Written and directed by Brad Bird.
Yep.
They decided to be funny today.
Okay, those are good. Those are good.
Yep.
Honestly, I fucking love memes like that.
Oh, yeah. It's sounding like it's my turn.
It is your turn, yes.
Actually, it's sounding like nothing. There was silence. Actually, there wasn't silence on my end. There was a door that was never meant to be opened by Blessu. If anyone wants to...
What the fuck did you just say?
I was about to say, what the hell does that mean?
Sometimes I like to shout out my cultured breakcore tastes. Anyway.
Ah. First, you must acquire a taste for breakcore.
I have acquired a taste for breakcore. I've long since acquired a taste for breakcore. I'm a regular breakcore connoisseur. A breakcore connoisseur. Nah, I don't like that. No.
Yeah, don't call it that.
Merge the words together, and it didn't quite work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I've done things. I just yesterday I was replaying. I beat Doom Eternal's main campaign on Ultraviolence. I started Tag 1, but I only got like halfway through the first level before I had to go do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never actually. Yeah, you were streaming it. I have never actually seen the Icon of Sin fight from Doom Eternal. I see
it sucks.
I see what they were doing. That looks like horse shit.
Oh, it's terrible. I hate it. It's the worst part of the game.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's just nonsense. I will fight people. I will and have fought people over this.
No, yeah, like
I love Doom Eternal with all my heart. It has one of the most flaccid, stupid final bosses in any game I've ever played.
Yeah, because like it looks like it's like I get the point. It's designed to be like a redo of the Icon of Sin from Doom 2, and it's also designed to like be a culmination of all of the like game mechanics that you've built up to this point, but like it does it in such a way that is actively working against how the flow of the game is supposed to go and what makes the game fun.
Yeah.
It is actually.
For one thing,
it just looks obnoxious to play.
For one thing, they flood the screen. They flood the building with way too many fucking demons, so you can barely even concentrate on the Icon of Sin.
Yeah.
Two, the original Icon of Sin fight was a fucking wall texture. It was kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
But now he's a giant 3D model that's bending and swaying and ooh. And Doom Eternal's arsenal is mostly projectile weapons, which makes him really difficult to hit, especially when beating him requires blowing up 8 armor pieces and then 8 flesh pieces. You have to target very specific areas on his body, which is difficult to do when all of your fucking weapons have travel time and he's really far away and constantly swaying. And also some abilities you might think would help you with that, like the rocket lock-on. No, you can't lock onto his armor pieces. You just can't. Even if he's like really close, you should be in range. You just can't. Fuck you. And like they throw you a bone because it has 2 phases and you get to save in between the phases. And then they to deal with the fucking onslaught of demons, they give you like these never-ending respawning crucible charges and fucking the fucking Sentinel armor, which is basically an admission that they made it too bullshit.
Yeah, if you die, I think if you die like 3 or 5 3 times, it's just like, do you want the Super Sentinel armor? It reduces all of your incoming damage and makes this fight much easier.
Yeah, and it affects nothing. It doesn't invalidate your achievements or anything.
Yeah,
so they even knew it was horseshit.
Yeah, I think that's like the biggest admission that they made the boss fight too hard, is that the mercy, like the frickin' mercy armor that they give you after you die
the
too
golden
much.
Kanuki suit or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't affect your progression at all.
Yeah.
Like it still registers you as it still registers you as having properly beaten the game on ultra violence difficulty. So
yeah, I love that game. I love like 99% of that game, and then the final boss comes up, and I'm like,
oh, Icon of Sin.
It's just a slog.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think it was that hard. It was just a slog. Not fun. Anyway, I started tag. Then I remembered, oh wait, this game is fun.
Oh right, I love Doom Eternal.
Right. Oh my god, Doom Eternal, bestie.
Me and the bestie. Yep.
Yeah, fighting the Icon of Sin. Friendship ended with Doom Eternal. Me starting any other level in Doom Eternal. Oh my god, Doom Eternal, my bestie. Yeah. I've still been making my way through SteamWorld Heist 2. I started playing Crypt Custodian by the Thompson Brothers.
Okay, but have you been playing Dustborn, the greatest game ever made?
No.
But, buddy, nobody's playing Dustborn. Let's be real here. Nobody's playing Dustborn.
One of my VTubers I watched, like chat, she was talking about. I was like, "You guys heard anything about Dustborn?" I was considering playing it, and then everybody was just like, "The unsubscribe button's right there."
Every month gaming.
It's like, what do you mean?
It's like every month gaming has a new Morbius.
I love how I've actually looked into what this game is like. I love how this is one of those games that is trying really hard to appeal to, like, you know, super progressive, like, demographics and shit.
Press X to react to microaggression.
The entire game encourages you to gaslight and abuse your friends, and depicts it as a good thing. Yeah,
I think they would have had more success if they labeled it Gaslight Simulator 2024 and like really leaned into it.
Yeah, like dude.
No, I think they would have had a better chance if they were trying to make if they were trying to make some kind of contextual statement, but they were doing it completely through the stance of irony or comedy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like,
No, gaslighting is fun. People love doing it. They just don't. They want to be honest about it.
Yeah, like
with themselves.
Yeah, like the problem with this game is that it just it tries to present itself as this, you know, like super progressive game, and like super aggressive forward-thinking game, and the entire game is basically just like gaslight your friends for cash and prizes. It's freaking anyway. Also, the designs for the characters are fucking ugly as shit.
Yeah, everybody thinks they can be Life is Strange, but they don't got the sauce.
This isn't Life is Strange. This is Living is Weird.
Good one. Oh right, it was my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I started playing Crypt Custodian by the but you play as a cat. The Crypt Custodian by the Thompson brothers. They're at it again. Those Thompsons. They cranked out another game.
Oh, them Thompsons.
Yeah, I played like 3 hours or so of it. Really fun. They have a whimsy to them, and they're very good at making games that are just pick it up and go. It's funny, and it feels good to control, and it's simple, and you understand it's a video game. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the Thompsons. The Thompsons know what's up. Also, the music fucks. Shout out to Eric Thompson. Your music fucks. I really feel like I'm in the afterlife. What was the other thing? Shit. I'm pulling up the line going. I think there was something else. Another one. Okay. And then I went. I also have gone back to give Diablo 4 another try. And I played that for a few more hours now. So here's the thing, Kevin.
Yeah.
When I tried this at launch, I didn't like it very much. I thought it was kind of clunky, kind of slow. All the enemies were too tanky for what they were. You know, I didn't like the game feel. I can say that they have a year later. I can say that they have improved the game feel. It's faster. It feels more fluid. They've scaled down enemy health but increased number. Like you just fight larger mobs, which just feels better. In terms of game feel, it's feeling a little bit more like Diablo 3, which I really liked. However, I have a new problem.
Yeah.
This game is way too fucking easy. If you have any, I'm getting legendary affixes like candy, and if you build around them and you have any idea what you're doing, like the game at this stage for me is just I'm just fucking I am a microwave and all the enemies are butter. They can't touch me, and if they do touch me, I have so much regen on hit it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then even then, I got like 5 fucking health potions, which I have a passive that stuns enemies around me if I use a health potion.
Yeah, it sounds like they saw the issue of how the game was at the beginning and decided to just overcorrect in the complete opposite direction.
I think it's the classic. It's the classic fucking. WoW has this problem too, where like eventually they start focusing almost exclusively on endgame balancing. And they neglect the leveling experience in terms of like difficulty scaling.
Yeah.
And so what you end up with is a game that's piss fucking easy for like 60 hours until you actually get to endgame, and now you've unlocked the ability to actually encounter a challenge. So yeah, I'm a little frustrated by that. Although to be fair, they are redoing the difficulty scaling again for the second time when the Vessel of Hatred expansion comes out in October. So maybe that will help things. But right now, God, this game is easy.
Early game just
And I can't-
whack.
And I can't like do anything about it. Like there's only 2 selectable world tiers, World Tier 1 and World Tier 2, for me. Like World Tier 3, I got to be like level 54, or at least I have to do a thing. My point is I can't do anything about it. It's not like Diablo 3, where Diablo 3 has like 16 different fucking difficulty levels. So if the scaling feels weird, just go up a notch, idiot. That system is also a bit silly. Diablo in general has this problem where it's either way too easy or ball-bustingly hard. It feels like the sweet spot is very fleeting. You're always chasing that sweet spot of difficulty around. So who knows how I'll feel about that in due time. But right now, like, yeah, I'm having more fun, you know. I like getting these legendary affixes and being like, okay, this affects these abilities, so I should respec my my build to sort of take advantage of that. For whatever reason, I got a bunch of affixes that like have to do with the smoke bomb, which I wasn't using. I'm playing Rogue, by the way, which I wasn't using. So I invested in the smoke bomb, and now it's ridiculous because my smoke bombs create arrow storms when they land, and also I have another affix where every time I dash, it ends with a free smoke bomb, and also I have another affix where my smoke bombs also double as stun bombs.
Oh god.
So Yeah, I'm just constantly throwing smoke bombs and dashing and throwing more smoke bombs, and it stuns all the enemies so they can't move, and then it hails an arrow storm on them.
My God.
As you can imagine, I'm decimating everything in my path. I'm a god of all I survey.
Yeah, that's fucking nonsense. What the...
Yeah, like I said, if you have any idea what you're doing, once you start racking up legendary affixes like candy, it just spirals. There's nothing they can do against you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, yeah, it's fun, but it's a fleeting fun where like I've gotten to a point where like I play Diablo 4 for an hour and then I kind of get bored of being a god. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, and then all the same anime that I have been watching. I also have been rewatching ReZero. I just finished last night the what I would describe as the peak Kino section of season 2, and now I'm in the back 9, which is not as good, but still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like season 2, but the back half definitely has some pacing issues.
Yeah,
from what I remember.
I love like the front 15 or whatever. That's like absolute peak ReZero.
Oh, every single episode of like the first like 15 episodes of season 2 is a 10 out of 10. Like every fucking episode's a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, no, I gave the first core a 10 out of 10. Second core gets like an 8.5.
Yeah, still really good, but you can tell that the people making the anime are they need an editor.
I think Tape needed an editor.
Mm-hmm.
I think it still does sometimes.
Still does, yeah.
Anyway.
It's just...
Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Podcasting. Very important. Much pod, such casting. Just as well. Yeah. You've completely derailed my train of thought.
I'm sorry! I didn't mean to!
Yeah. Well, since we're on the clock today, we got a ticking time limit. Let's end this segment so we can get to the Reddit dive.
All right then. Very well.
We'll see you in segment number 2. Hi, welcome back to the bakagaijinshow. We're going to do the Reddit dive now, but my voice is going to get really tired because I got to read all of them.
Yeah, it turns out Reddit decided to fuck shit up real bad today.
For whatever reason, I can't see my saved posts on desktop Reddit, only saved comments.
The internet was a mistake. Get off now.
I
Close this podcast. Run away. Run away.
No, we need them to use the internet to have a podcast unless we want to deliver it by floppy disk.
Okay, we can't deliver our podcast through floppy disk.
Yeah, that's why we're
only
on the internet.
Betamax. Only Betamax.
Yeah, remember, we have a visual component. I can absolutely put this on Betamax.
Right, but then...
Yeah, look at this.
Anyway,
yeah, look at this sick-ass B-roll that we stole from somebody.
Anyway, I can only fucking see my saved posts on my phone, so I'm gonna have to just read them off my fucking phone.
Yeah.
So, apologies for the lack of variety, I suppose.
Hashtag here we fucking go!
Alright, let's see here. Am I the asshole for refusing to take a photo of my sister to college with me? Before my parents had me...
Home Alabama!
Like,
No,
good lord!
It would be like the opposite of that, actually. It'd be like nasty, place you don't live, Maine.
Maine.
I don't know. Before my parents had me 18M, they had my sister, quote-unquote Emily. Quote-unquote Emily was 3 years older than me, and she died when I was a few months old. My parents never recovered. My whole childhood I was in the shadows of the child they lost. I get that grief does things to people and that losing a child is the worst loss a parent can suffer, but it was like I didn't exist most of the time. They talked about Emily all the time. Sometimes they could acknowledge that she was gone, but more often than not, she was talked about like she was still around. The most attention I got from my parents is when they force-fed words about how much I loved Emily. It never came natural for me to say I love Emily and miss her so much. I didn't know Emily, but I did feel haunted by her. I had a big photo of Emily on the wall opposite my bed growing up. They wanted me to fall asleep to my sister looking over me. Always felt creepy. But they had photos of her in every room, even the bathroom. I remember trying to take the photo in my room down, and my parents had this huge explosive reaction. Like, I'm talking, they yelled so loud the neighbors came to check on us. Emily's room was never touched after she died, and sometimes my parents would just sit there for hours. I was also forced to sit there with them sometimes, but I had to be very careful because I couldn't touch anything or make the room dirty. Extended family were always so caught between being nicer to me to try to make up for my parents or coddling my parents and putting the weight of their grief and Emily's death on my shoulders. They would tell me not to be so harsh on my parents when they would let me down. My parents could never celebrate anything I did. My extended family tried to fill that gap, but sometimes it felt like they just came to lecture me about compassion and understanding. I did good through school despite not getting no help or support from my parents and got a full scholarship to college. Before I left, my extended family came over to say goodbye and celebrate a little because there could be no celebrating me at my parents' house. My parents had these photos of Emily for me to take. They told me I would need them in my dorm, but I left them behind. I didn't want to take photos of Emily. I wanted to get away from them, and that might seem really unfair. My parents realized the next day and got a text from my dad calling me all sorts of names for leaving them behind. Then my extended family said I could have taken one and should, because Emily is still my sister and I should try to remember her for my parents' sake, if not mine. Am I the asshole?
Your parents...
Obsessing every waking moment. I know that losing a child is very, 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 harrowing and heartbreaking, but like, you cannot rule your life by carrying the weight of the dead constantly.
Yeah.
Life is for the living.
Yeah.
Like, you remember that your sister existed, and that's the best you can do. There's no reason to constantly have the weight of that soul weighing over you. Then at what point do you stop living your life and only are living it for them?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't don't carry the weight of the dead.
Yeah, your parents clearly have a lot of unresolved trauma and heartbreak over this that they are not getting taken care of, and they are foisting all of their problems on you. They're not treating you as their child, they're treating you as their replacement for Emily.
I feel like if they were doing that, they would be nicer to him. No, I think it's more,
Yeah.
They want you. It almost sounds like they are enabling, or they want you to enable their grief.
Yeah.
I think they gave up.
By participating in it. Yeah.
I mean, I think they gave up. I think they, when their child died, they thought their parenting was over, and they just have this other kid around. They're like, what do you,
Right. Yeah. Again, they just have so much unresolved trauma, and I cannot stand parents who have all of this unresolved trauma and they foist it on their children. Not the asshole.
Yeah. It's not your business. Yeah,
Absolutely not. No.
Not the
Well,
asshole.
it's not. I mean, should you respect your parents' grief? Yes. Should you let it weigh over you and hinder your own life? No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like that's pretty much what OP is doing. Like, they respect that their parents are, like, still grieving over this, but it's just like, I have my own life to live. So, yeah, not the asshole.
Now for more sibling drama. Am I the asshole for ratting on my little sister for stealing?
Ooh, he's stealing!
I mean, it's I said sister, Kevin.
I'm sorry, I'm quoting a frickin'
Did you assume the sister's gender?
Yes, actually, because they didn't label them.
I was quoting the fucking Skyrim meme. I'll put it in the video. Anyway.
I'm 18 and my sister is 14. That's not how you format that. Anyway, my little sister loves to steal. If we take her anywhere, she'd pick things up and put them in her pocket and bring them home. She has stolen watches, jewelry, trinket boxes, perfumes. The worst thing she stole was my Nana's wedding ring. What the fuck? When my cousin caught her, she was shamed in front of everyone and was... Shame! I assume that's exactly how it went. When my cousin caught her, she was shamed in front of everyone and was banned from coming over until she got it under control. My aunt suggested therapy, but my parents shot it down, saying she'll grow out of it. She'll grow out of it. We don't want to spend money. Onto the recent issue, my mother took me and my sister to the mall to do some shopping. We went to stores like Claire's, Nike, Old Navy, and so on. Why am I mentioning these stores? They'll be important later. The last place we went to is Victoria's
It's a surprise
Secret.
tool that'll help us later.
The last place we went to is Victoria's Secret. Is it Victoria's Secret or Victoria's Secret? I always thought it was Victoria's.
Victoria's.
Okay, well, they fucked up then. I was right.
Yeah.
My sister wanted to browse around. That should be your first warning. My mom left us to go answer a call, and I lost my sister in the store. I found her in the discount section looking at lip glosses and the mini perfumes and bag charms. She told me she was just looking in to relax because she didn't take anything. I was relieved because I only lost her for 2 minutes. Fast forward, when we got home, we went to our rooms to unpack what we bought. I walked past my sister's room and saw her with more stuff than I remembered her getting. In the pile was Victoria's Secret lip glosses, a card of Claire's earrings, and some bracelets from a kiosk at the mall. I was shocked and asked her why she would steal these things. All she had to do was ask Mom to buy them, and she would have gotten them. She begged me not to tell Mom, but I did anyway, and now she's being punished. She can't go to her friend's sleepover party, she can't have her iPad, oh no, and she isn't allowed on the phone. Now she's upset with me and won't talk to me. Am I the asshole?
Stop stealing, you little shit!
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, normally, like, shoplifters are born from, loss of control in their lives.
Yeah.
Take back power. There might be more going on here.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between you a fucking snitch and, normiedom.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean, it's something that the sister shouldn't be doing in the first place. And
yeah, but like I'm more concerned.
And the problem is that the thing for me here is that it's growing into a bigger and bigger issue.
It's true. You don't mess with Victoria.
Yeah, like this is clearly growing into a larger and larger problem, and it's going
for
to keep growing.
For her own safety, I suppose. Yeah,
I think you made the right call in telling your parents about this, honestly. So I'm gonna say not the asshole.
Yeah, like
yeah, definitely not the asshole.
Like, I don't give a fuck. It's not like, oh no, the multi-million-dollar corporation. It's more just for her own personal well-being.
Yeah, no, like it's. I'm looking at this from her perspective, and it is ultimately better that this is brought to attention and given more focus.
One day you're gonna steal from the wrong person, and then things will happen.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, this is a block of fucking text.
Oh, I hate these.
But with this title, I can't. With this title, I can't deny it. Am I the asshole for being honest with my boyfriend about my fake nudes leak?
What? Okay, all right.
Fake nudes.
Fake nudes. Only pay attention to real nudes.
That's fake nudes. I, 22F, am a freelance and commercial model, as well as a university student who's dating a guy, 25M, who's an introvert and an NSFW content creator, as well as an IT engineer. Oh, they all are. We started dating for 11 months since December last year, and we've been... Hold on. That's not 11 months. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I stay in school. You clearly can't count. And we've been doing pretty well until I got messages from someone that some idiots have edited some of my photos from my last boudoir modeling shots into nudes and pornographic content, and I've been selling them on Tumblr and Telegram. Wow, Tumblr is just a wild wasteland these days, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Even though the police and the cybercrime department in my country said they couldn't do much as the accounts might be fake and the perpetrators can't be identified, with a few people believed that those content were real, so as the photos were so realistic, even though some of my friends who are tech experts said that this might be the work of a professional who's really good with Photoshop and Adobe, to ruin my chances in joining pageants as part of my dreams. 2 days later, I met my boyfriend at his place, and despite friends and people I work with told me it's best to keep the incident a secret, denied to be honest with my boyfriend, told him about the incident. God, is this how you think? He got angry before I could finish my story and demanded me to admit that I did it, and told straight to my face that he doesn't believe the nudes are fake, and was livid to the point of he said I'm not... where he said I'm saying the same words that his ex told him about her not cheating on him, but found out later through circulating photos of her with another guy. Luckily enough, I had screenshots and real chats of me with my agents and photographers, as well as fellow in group chat to prove the fact that I wasn't lying. And after he read that, he believed that I'm innocent and apologized, but I could... This is all one sentence, by the way.
Oh my god.
But I could not forgive him for the shock and trauma he gave me with his rage and angry actions, even without analyzing the situation I went through, saying that the photos looked so real and he couldn't believe that it might be edited or photoshopped. The truth was I never did nudes, and my limits are lingerie for commercial portfolios and non-nude boudoir. I think that's how you pronounce that, as well as entertaining other men. I went home that day only to have anxiety attacks, depressions, and sadness. And I regret not heeding my friend's advice to keep incident a secret from him and start to get public with him, as I was very private in my relationship, and most of the people in my life don't know him, and now honestly made me lose trust in him, and I feel like I couldn't open up with him anymore. And yes, there's so many comma ands in here. And the fact that we might be breaking up in the future, and he'll be moving to another continent due to work and doesn't do LDR and long distance, right? And we haven't talked about me moving with him yet, made me feel like he should have kicked me out despite the truth, so that I could come save myself of the heartbreak that is about to come. Now I have taken a break from him, and still the words be said on that day is still ringing in my head, and I feel like I can't forgive him anymore, and there is a distance in myself from him. Ita here for being honest with him. No, but you are the asshole because you can't fucking write for shit.
Yeah, that is the world's worst run-on sentence I have ever heard.
Are you fucking 6 years old?
Like,
I'm sorry, you playing Clone Hero right now?
That was almost incomprehensible.
It was.
0 out of 10 TLDR, like literally TLDR.
Yeah, you're the asshole.
Yeah, you're sure. Yeah, you're the asshole because you can't fucking write.
You're the asshole for making me read that out loud.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to actually like dignify that post with a response.
Let's see here. Medium Tifu.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Today I fucked up by calling my girlfriend's high school self ugly.
Okay.
You fell for one of the classic blunders. I am 24 and my girlfriend F22 have been dating for 2 years. My girlfriend is a bit self-conscious because of the way she got treated in high school. She jokes about how her awkward phase made her funny and generally makes a lot of self-depreciating jokes, especially between her and her friends. Her friends are pretty similar to her, so it isn't weird to them. But it's weird to me, so I never entertain her jokes. Until this morning, because I'm an idiot. So for context, my girlfriend likes to joke and call me a Disney Channel jock because I was a stereotypical popular football player, and I did admit to her that I was kind of a bully. Dating her has kind of made me realize the way I treated others back in the day most likely left lasting scars, which is why I've made it a point to not indulge in any of her self-depreciating jokes. This morning, she decided to show me her high school pictures for fun. We started looking through them, and she starts joking about how she looked like a stock image of a nerd. We should have met in high school and had been one of those coming-of-age nerd girl and jock couples who win prom king and queen. She's snickering and starts saying she's kidding. So instead of being smart and just agreeing, I decided to be an idiot and said I'd probably push her into a locker. She looks at me and asked if I would have really done that, and I laughed and said, yeah, of course. And then to rub salt on the wound, I said I would have never dated your ugly ass, and you definitely had a glow.
Wow.
It gets quiet, and the snickering I heard from before her was gone, and I look up and she has tears in her eyes. I get up and start apologizing, but it was too late. I keep trying to apologize, but she won't speak to me. She's just been sitting in the corner of the couch and fidgeting with her hands. She doesn't even seem mad at me. She looks ashamed. I feel awful. I felt I did a lot to change after high school to better myself and change, yet I just said something so awful because I wasn't actively censoring myself. TLDR, I called my self-conscious girlfriend's high school self ugly after she made a teen movie trope joke, and now she's sad and I can't fix it.
Oh my god. Jeez. Man, and I thought I was socially inept.
I'll read the edit.
That was pretty fucking stupid, dude. Like,
edit. I haven't slept. I made breakfast for her this morning when she woke up. She finally spoke to me a few hours ago, asking if I slept. I told her no. I asked her if we could talk now, and she said, yeah. She said that she knows I would have bullied her in high school, and even though she knows I was joking, she knows it's true. She said that because of that, she can't handle me making jokes like that, and apologized for trying to force me to make jokes like that with her all the time. I told her that I went overboard, and I shouldn't have called her ugly. I said we wouldn't have dated in high school because my high school self would have thought she was ugly. It would have been because I was a bad person. I think he meant to say it wouldn't have been because she was ugly, because he was a bad... whatever.
Yeah.
That I completely understood that I shouldn't make those jokes with her, and I won't do it again. I want to mention my girlfriend started high school early, kind of. She was 13 when she began. I was 15 when I started, so... Oh, you were held back?
Oh,
Weird.
wow.
Well, I guess you really were a Disney Channel jock. So I decided to show her all my... of my awful 13-year-old pictures so she can crap on them. She didn't and said I looked cute. I wish we knew each other when I was 13. I probably would have been a much less angry person. Wait, so you... Okay, so... I didn't want to know her when I was 15, but if I was 13, that would have been fine. Weird.
Sure,
anyway.
Yeah.
I got bullied and started hitting the gym instead of solving my issues, so I took it out on everyone else and became a bully myself. Oh, okay, one of those stories. Anyway, thank you guys for shitting on me. I deserved it. I'm gonna go now and take her on a picnic or something that involves going outside.
So, you talked it out, everything's cool, and you're moving on. Not a fuck-up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
it was a fuck-up at first, but, like, it seems like it solved itself, so...
I'll put it in terms you can understand. Sir, son, you fumbled the ball. You fumbled the pass, but you made it to the end of the grass and scored one of those goals. One of those goal downs.
Yeah, that's how ball foot works, right?
Yeah, you threw the pig skin through the giant fork thing, and you scored like 6 points or something. I don't know.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Football. We talk about football. American
Talk about
football.
the football. Yeah.
Yes, we are. As Americans, we are big into the American football. With all of the kicking of the ball, of course, right? I mean, why else would we call it football if we did not kick the ball?
Football.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Only makes sense if think about it.
Longest Yard, 2003.
Never saw it. I'm not into football movies.
Okay. That one good though.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah.
Good for other people, not for Z.
Anyway, yeah. That was stupid, buddy. But at the very least, you talked it through. Good on you. Yeah.
I hope you continue having a fucking Disney Channel ass relationship, and one day you become Disney Channel parents in a Disney Channel rom-com. Anyway.
Yeah. Become.
I want his life to get better.
Yeah.
No, I want them to stay the exact same level of pathetic.
That'll make him worse.
No, it will make them the exact same. Why aren't you listening to me?
Yeah. Be Disney Channel parents, not Nickelodeon parents.
Am I the asshole for refusing to loan out my sitter? Loan out my... That's a... Okay.
Okay.
My ex and I share custody of our 9-year-old son, Caleb. He has ODD and ADHD when he was 5. What do you mean he had it? What do you mean he had it? He was cured? You cured him? It was so bad that he got kicked out of summer camp and went through multiple sitters all before he was 6. His mom and I worked so hard being a stay-at-home parent wasn't an option. A few summers ago, we found our unicorn sitter, Mike. We have no idea where Mike. We have no idea how Mike makes it work, but he does. Caleb has been a different kid ever since Mike started working for us. He is so well behaved, polite, and social. Mike is like his best friend. We joke that Mike is Caleb's executive assistant. Just imagine this guy on the playground in a suit, being like, "Excuse me, do you have an appointment with Mr. Caleb?"
That's fun.
Caleb, we got a 3 o'clock. Let's see. Earlier this year, Caleb became friends with a classmate named Luke. They wanted a sleepover playdate, and everything was good until we said Mike would pick up the boys, bring them back to my place, go to the pier, and then go back home to bed. Luke's mother flat out said she was not comfortable with a male sitter. I laughed because I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. She said it was too weird for a male to babysit and wasn't cool with it. I said she didn't need to explain herself and there would be no playdates with our kids outside of school. She wasn't expecting that. I told her if she's not okay with a male caregiver, then she probably wouldn't be okay with Luke spending the night at my place since I'm a single dad. I pointed out that she was the first parent to have a problem with this, and Mike occasionally works for other families at school. She was offended that I was offended. I was offended that she was offended. We were offended.
Mutual offense.
Nobody's happy in this situation. I ran into Luke's mother, who said she needed a sitter for a couple of weeks as her old sitter quit and the new sitter wasn't free until mid-September. She then asked if Mike would be free. What the fuck? Bitch?
Bitch.
You have already established yourself as firmly anti-Mike. You don't get to fucking, rent Mike on the weekends. You anti-Mike whore.
You've just drawn a line in the sand. Now you've just redrawn the line in the sand.
Oh, you've picked your side. The pro-Mikers will not forget this incident. She then asked if Mike was free. She even said she would need an overnight. I said, you cannot be serious. You said you didn't trust Mike, and now you want him to watch your son so you can have a social life? I admit, it took guts to ask. I told her, no, we will not share our nanny. You said it was sus when a guy has a childcare job. She said she was joking and that Mike is a nice guy. I said, I know he is, but you can't use him. For the record, the days and times she needed him are days where he's working for us anyway. She would have paid him on top of what we pay, but Mike would be at Luke's house or his place. My ex and I don't mind Mike double dipping on sitter fees by watching more than one kid because he can make a lot of money and Caleb gets a play date. This was an exception where I did her a problem.
Where I did her a problem? Is that what you said?
He did her a problem.
Yeah, okay.
Is he the asshole?
No, she made it clear right at the start that it's like, no, I don't want him babysitting my kid, and then like the very next day freaking does a 180 and is like, actually, because I want to have a social life. Like,
okay,
no.
Kevin, but there's an angle you're not considering here, and I need to read you this post from the pooper intendant.
Oh, do I? Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, this top comment says, I'm not going to go as far as to call you the asshole here because I know why you did it, but I think you should have given Mike the option to make this decision for himself. Told him your concerns or previous comments and your thoughts on the subjects and let him decide for himself. He could need the money, or he could just want to prove one archaic person wrong, but either way, he deserves that choice.
That is true. That is true. I think that is fair. The decision probably should fall on Mike himself, whether or not he's comfortable babysitting them. So that is fair. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not going to go so far as to say not the asshole, but
just go up to Mike and be like, "Look, she a bitch. She thinks you're a pedophile. Do you want to work for her?"
Yeah. Let's think about this logically.
Yeah, frame it in exactly that way, and then it's like Mike's making his own choice.
Yeah.
Genius. This one's really hard to give a rating for because it's not no assholes here. It's not everyone's an asshole here. It's not everyone sucked here.
Yeah.
It's not info. I have all the info.
Yeah, we have all the info. It's wow. I think this is the first time we've actually been stumped on the actual format. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what to give this one. No judgment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass.
I decline.
Pass.
I decline.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately means this case gets sent up to the Supreme Court, and I'm sorry, buddy, you're going to the work camps.
It's just how the ball rolls.
Yep. I'd vote him out, but we can't.
We can't.
Anyway. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law that her side hustle makes her a bad person?
Her side hustle.
Your side hustle makes you a bad person. My brother, 33M, and his wife, 30F, have 2 young boys, 3 and 1. Okay, but what are their genders? My wife and I have a 5-year-old son, of indeterminate gender, I suppose. So over the years, we have given them quite a few items that were no longer used or needed. Cribs, clothes, toys, various baby items. Most of the things were just taking up space in our house, and we knew they would put them to good use, so we had no problem giving them away. We visited them a couple of weeks ago for their 3-year-old's birthday party. During the party, sister-in-law mentioned that she's been selling off a bunch of baby stuff as a side hustle. Both she and my brother are the youngest of their families, and she said that they get so many hand-me-downs from their siblings that they couldn't keep track of them all. Her solution was to start selling these gifts off online and make a few extra bucks. She was basically bragging about it. I told her that's a pretty crappy thing to do considering these items were given to them as gifts that they willingly accepted and were expected to use. I asked her if they had sold some of the things we've given them, and she laughed and said that she was sure she did because we've given them a lot of stuff. I told her that if I had known she was going to sell those items off, I would have given them away to someone else or donated them to a local nonprofit that helps young mothers in need. She got defensive and told me that it's not like she's making a lot of money off these things, just a few bucks here and there. I told her that the people buying those items are probably the same people who would benefit from getting them for free, and she's taking advantage of them. She went off about how hard things are with the economy right now and how they need all the help they can get financially. Mind you, both she and my brother have college degrees and work full-time. I know raising kids is expensive, but they aren't in dire straits. I told her that she probably shouldn't expect us to give them anything else in the future, and I would probably suggest to my other siblings that they refrain from doing so as well and look into other options for donating things. She got defensive again and told me she doesn't feel like she's doing anything wrong. I told her that she's entitled to feel that way, but my opinion of her as a person is now lesser because of this. She has said that selling things they don't use to make a few bucks doesn't make her a bad person, and I told her that considering they were giving these things for free, it kind of does. By this point, other people had noticed our conversation, and my brother stepped in to end the conversation before things got too heated. He told me I should mind my own business, and if I don't want to give them anything else in the future, that's my choice, but that I took this too far by calling his wife a bad person for selling things they don't use. Is he the asshole here?
The problem here.
I know, I'm giving you some curveballs.
Yeah, the problem here is, at what point is it okay to sell a gift? Like, that is kind of the, like, that's kind of my thing here. Because, like, I'm not sure what the etiquette is on selling something that you get as a gift.
Sure.
Because, like...
So...
Good.
I'm not the best person to ask about this. My philosophy is, if I give you a gift, it's yours. Do whatever the fuck you want with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Like, if it... Yeah, and I also have a philosophy of, in a survival situation, anything goes. Including cannibalism. Especially cannibalism.
But his argument here is that if he knew that she was going to sell them, he would have donated them to a charity or a foundation or something. And the same people that would have been buying these would have gotten them for free. That's his argument here.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Sure. Yeah.
Because I think it's different when it's like baby stuff. Like it's this kind of like, it's like essentials. You know, like it's not like. It's not a gift in the, you know, I'm not giving you an Xbox here, you know, it's like it's a baby crib, you know, it has a very functional use in a child rearing scenario. It's things that poor people often need and can't get. And so his argument is that if he had known she was going to sell it, he would have just donated it. Right. And I can certainly I see the logic in that.
I do too. I definitely see that. But so the question though is he a bad person? Is he the asshole for saying she's a bad person for doing this? The problem is it seems like she does need the money, and that's the entire reason why she's doing this, is because well,
no, he says they don't.
They don't?
Well, he says they both have full-time jobs. Okay, she says that they need all the help they can get financially. And mind you, she and my brother both have college degrees and work full-time. I know raising kids is expensive, but they are not in dire straits. I don't know, you know, I mean, like, obviously, like, she has a reason to make that position because she's defending what she's doing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have full look into their financials.
Yeah.
But they could also be financially irresponsible. I don't know.
Yeah.
So to me, that's not really a factor because there's too many unknowns. I think
it's difficult if they're not in a situation.
Yeah.
Then her deeds look a lot more self-centered as opposed to, you know, just trying to, we're just trying to get by, honey. I had to sell it. Like, no, you sold it
so
out of complete ill
so,
necessity.
So given that, and given the exact wording of the question here, which is, am I the asshole for saying she is a bad person, escalating the situation to the degree that I did, I'm going to err on everyone sucks here.
Sure.
I'm gonna say everyone sucks here.
Yeah, I think
yes, both of them get the death penalty.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you the last 100 episodes we've been in charge of people's lives.
We've been sentencing them to death.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm
Cleaning
sorry to
up
tell you this,
Reddit
but you
one
have
post
sent
at a
many.
time.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Kevin. You have sent many Redditors to their graves over the past 100 episodes.
I mean, on one hand, that's terrible and I feel bad, but on the other hand, it gives
No,
me
you don't.
power.
Oh no, the poor person has experienced authority for the first time in their life. Run! I've played Red Dead Redemption. I know how this goes.
Just weighing my options here.
God damn it, now you're a dictator of all of Mexico. This is what I was talking about in that episode I titled, Under No Circumstances Can Kevin Ever Become President. This is what I meant.
This is what you meant, yeah.
I was planting the seeds.
Foreshadowing.
Anyway, this fucking post. I think it's one of those situations where I think he has a right to be personally upset about her decision regarding the things he has given her.
Yeah.
Whether it was appropriate to blow up in a public space, I don't know. But also, what she is doing, I don't have such a binary view of the world, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like, I think what she's doing is a bit unsavory. Is she a bad person for it? I don't know. I've probably done worse, you know.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, so
Well, asshole is not a constant state of being for most people.
yeah,
We have moments of it, and that's kind of
that's
the
true. I guess we are
critique
just
here,
judging
so-
situations here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with Kevin. I think everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his reaction was over. I'll agree. I think his reaction was entirely overblown. Do better, please.
But also, I get it.
and- But I also get the frustration. There's just a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Another medium Tifu.
Alright.
Today I fucked up by doing, quote, anything I want with my friend if I won games of Mario Kart against her.
Oh, fuck no. You said this is a medium?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
See how this goes.
My friend and I enjoy playing video games together, but on several occasions she would want to up the stakes and make things more interesting. Her proposal was that if she won a game of Mario Kart against me, she could do anything she wanted with me, and if I won, I could do anything I wanted with her. I just want to put out a PSA here. Don't make such open-ended stipulations.
Yeah,
for your own safety.
Yeah, set a ceiling, alright? Set a limit.
Mhm.
Within
Yeah, don't-
reason.
Don't just casually start entering shadow games, please. Anyway, little did she know how good at Mario Kart I was. The first couple of victories were harmless enough. I'd win the race, and I'd say things like, you've got to duck like Wario for the next race, or I get to borrow your DVDs, most of which were wildly amusing and diabolical for me to ask of her. But the thing about it is that I kept winning, and being the dope I was, I thought I was on a hot streak, getting all this free stuff from her and put it up like I was some kind of pompous court gesture gallivanting across the courtyard. Every now and again, she'd put the same offer back on the table, and I'd keep winning, and she would make her frustration known the more she kept losing races in Mario Kart. And it didn't help that I'd brag about my victories within our circle of friends, celebrating with invisible trophies and spraying imaginary champagne. It wouldn't be until we were older and grown apart that she would disclose to me that she was a little upset by the whole thing, because she would practice playing Mario Kart for hours before racing against me in the hopes of winning. And the reason she wanted to win was because she found me to be handsome and didn't know how to initiate this attraction she had.
Oh no.
The whole time, she was hoping I would ask for a kiss from her whenever I would win, but me, being the dumbass I was, kept asking to borrow her Linkin Park albums and draw buff kittens with sleeve tattoos. Not only did I miss my shot with my friend, I also broke her heart every time I would clinch victory from her on the final lap, performing the miracle last-second overtake maneuver, or cackling like a cartoon villain whenever the spiky blue shell of doom would nuke her dreams. TLDR, my female friend wanted to win a game of Mario Kart against me so she could kiss me, but never won, and I kept winning and asked for everything except physical intimacy.
Oh
Top
my
comment,
god.
I love it. Top comment. Do you still have any pics of the buff kittens with sleeve tattoos? Real questions. I want to see the buff kittens with sleeve tattoos.
Yeah. Oh my god, you absolute fucking moron. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst fumble I've seen in a bit. Damn, boy.
Yeah, I'll accept your medium verdict.
Yeah, dude. You were so close to getting your freaking gamer girlfriend. Oh my god, no.
We all have regrets in this life.
Yeah, that's one of those. Like, how did you not read the room? Was the Mario Kart that enthralling? It's fucking Mario Kart.
It's fucking Mario Kart, bro. It's not that serious.
Honestly, just out of honestly, I might have just lost once on purpose out of curiosity.
Yeah, see what happens.
Where is this going?
Yeah.
Where is this going?
Like, I would have that curiosity. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna let her have one. Let's see what happens.
Because here's the thing. Like, if a girl is making this proposition in the first place, there's got to be a reason for it. Like, what does she want?
Yeah, there's a catch. What's the catch?
Yeah, so if you just had one more point in intelligence, you might have gone, let me just pull back on this one just to see where this goes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this absolute freaking goober decided it's like, nah, I'm just gonna keep taking her Linkin Park albums and making her draw buff kittens. Like,
with sleeve tattoos. Can we please see the buff kittens with sleeve tattoos?
I bet she was like super excited in the beginning, like, oh man, this is cool foreplay, I guess. Kind of weird, but
I mean, she suggested it, so
yeah. Like, I want to strangle this man. I want to strangle him.
Yeah. Anyway, am I the asshole for leaving my sister in another country?
Bye, bitch. No.
I just want to point out, this is one of those posts that puts the edit at the top. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No spoilers, please.
It breaks the flow.
Anyway, my sister and I are in the UK at an international trip. Mr. Worldwide. Our relationship has had many challenges growing up, some specific to being twins, but honestly my sister can just be a B word.
She's a real B word.
She blames her anxiety, I have it too, but I don't treat people like crap because of it. We plan this B-Day celebration all year. And yeah, I'm one of the good ones. We planned this B-Day celebration.
Everyone says that, don't they?
We planned this B-Day celebration all year and came up with a plan for when she's in anxious mode or lashing out. I was told not to take it personally and to just give her grace. I think they meant space, but they told me grace, so I blessed her. It was weird. Let her get it out. Emotionally bully me until she feels okay. Thanks for translating that. Yes, I'm an idiot for agreeing to do this trip. We didn't even make it through the first day without an issue. She leaves me everywhere we go. I have videos of her walking halfway down the block ahead of me. At one point, I was going to duck off behind a flat just to see how long it would take her to realize I wasn't behind her. I asked her if she was okay because I didn't understand why we weren't walking together. She just said, I walk too slow, I need to keep up with her. Whether she's a fast walker or I'm too slow, I have never been out with another person and they just fucking leave me behind. The B word person did not say fucking. I put that in for dramatic flair. It confirms a lot of my suspicions over the years that she legitimately doesn't like or respect me as a person, and she can't use her anxiety as an excuse. She's just being mean and only treats me this way. Her husband said that if she's in a rush, she'll take off, which is understandable, but we're taking a leisurely walk back to her hotel after dinner. We have guests joining us in 4 days, and I bet my entire bank account she will not do this to them. She has gone on vacay with her friends, and I know she doesn't do this to them. She wouldn't do this to our family or anyone else. I would like to do my own thing going forward. Now, I'm aware that comes with the safety hazard for us both, and I will be getting extensive calls from America about why I'm wrong. But this is exactly how it goes. I react to her behavior, and I'm the bad guy for not sucking it up and dealing with her shit. When we were younger, I'd be forced to apologize because she isn't as mature. Please be the bigger person. I legitimately don't have to put up with this. I'm supposed to deal with this passive aggression for another 4 days. When we got back to the hotel, I stayed in the lobby for a while to decompress. I get back to the room 30 minutes later and she's on the phone with her husband saying, well, she's mad I keep leaving her. That's not my problem. She should keep up with me. I'm not interested in fighting or having a walking power struggle. I can have a much better trip by myself. I am in travel groups looking for some girls to connect with in the area and on dating apps to meet a new friend. Again, I'm mindful that I'm in another country, but I want to actually enjoy this trip that I paid for and don't want to be with someone who treats me like I'm a nuisance. Am I the asshole for leaving her and doing my own trip activities? Now here's the thing. I read the title and I thought you were actually stranding her in the country.
Yeah, that would be really funny and a hilarious power move. No, not the asshole. No, she's being a bitch.
No, not the asshole.
Yeah.
No.
You like you kind of described it yourself. You are under no obligation to deal with her nonsense. Yeah, no, made the right call. Not an asshole.
Top comment, no you don't have to put up with it. The issue is that you have tolerated it for your whole life, so that's what she knows. You teach people how to treat you. Make a plan, then stick to it. Sis, we are going to ABC Museum tomorrow, then the DEF attraction after lunch. I am telling you now that if you take off without me at any point during the trip, you should carry on alone because I will not chase you down. I'm not going to debate you about walking speeds. Make it an announcement, not a negotiation.
Yeah.
Also, side note, the UK is hardly unsafe. It's much safer than many American cities, and the language is the same. What safety hazards is OP afraid of?
Right.
Well, clearly the roving knife gangs, what they're really scared of.
We're gonna ship you.
Yeah, well,
London is one of the
it,
most dangerous cities in the world, actually.
not according to hash maps data to value. How do you make a
They have more
username
murder
like that?
than New Orleans does at this point.
How do you make a fucking username like that? Also, they didn't say they were in London. They just said they're in the UK.
Right.
Although London is a pretty big chunk of the UK.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do you come up with the username hash maps data to value? How do you make a Reddit account and go, what should my username be? What should people identify me as? Hash maps data to value.
Hash maps data to value. Anyway, no, not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for calling my brother an incel because he slut-shamed me?
Let's see where this goes.
Throughout my whole life, my brother Jasper, 21M, has always been very protective of me. I, 18F, remember when I first started high school, he never let any guys talk to me. He was a senior at the time while I just started high school. For some reason, guys were super intimidated by him, even though he's really skinny. Maybe he had a particular musk about him. Anyway, we were only in the same high school for a year, and then he graduated. I had a blast for the rest of high school, and now I'm in university. Well, this summer, he started being overprotective again because there were a lot of parties. The most recent one was last week on Saturday. I went with a few of my friends, and I think like over 300 people went. I ended up meeting with a guy I really liked and staying at his house afterwards. I gave him a blowjob, and he filled me up a few times.
All right.
What? Don't describe
That's a
yourself like a...
sentence.
Please don't describe yourself like you're a gas tank. It was fun sleeping with an older guy. Well, apparently my brother found out, either from my mom or one of his friends seeing me at the party. He freaked out and said he knows the guy I slept with. No clue what he meant by that, but I'm guessing they had some kind of drama. But it doesn't matter, because you shouldn't be calling your own sister a slut. I've been ignoring my brother's calls this past week, and he even tried to get our mom to try and resolve things, which pissed me off the most, because my mother doesn't even care when he said when I said he called me a slut. Me and my brother are still trying to fighting about this, and I don't know what to do. He made the guy cut ties with me, and now I'm single. To be fair, I am a bit of a slut, but I don't see why that's a big. I enjoy sleeping around and experimenting with different kinds of men. Keep in mind, I get lots of hot guys flirting with me because I am more on the petite side. Anyway, if you want to know anyone who wants to vent with me, please reach out. I wouldn't mind experimenting with an older man again as long as my brother doesn't find out. Lol.
I love
This was 100% written by a guy.
Yeah, no, I'm calling fake on this shit. This shit sounds fake as hell.
This is fucking... No woman has ever used the phrase filled me up.
This is... Nice writing exercise, bro.
Yeah, the comments are universally... And this might be one of the most obvious fake bait posts I've seen in the history of the Reddit dive.
This is so funny. It's so funny how fake this fucking is.
Except the part about London being dangerous. Oh, actually, no, that was also fake, because he claimed it wasn't, so...
Yeah.
No, the comment claimed it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, that was a different post.
Yeah, that was a different post. Anyway,
yeah, that was probably...
Yeah, my verdict is fake.
My verdict is,
Yeah,
I won't judge you because you're fictional.
Yeah, I don't, like, this is like the stereotypical... what is it? This is trying to sound like an ethot.
Yeah.
But it's like a guy's impersonation of an ethot. It's like how hentai authors think women talk while they're having sex.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's just
Here-
like that is definitely not how any woman has ever sounded having sex. But okay.
Yeah, this is
Okay, here's my-
this is about
here's my- okay,
Pour your baby batter in my baby box. I'm like, that's not. Nobody ever talks like that. Literally, no one. Cringe.
Here's my conspiracy theory, okay? Because we could just write this off as a creative writing exercise, but I think what's more interesting here is what if the brother is real and he wants to call her a slut and he's writing this story from her perspective based on what he knows. So it's a true event, but like she's not actually, he's writing for her perspective and he wants to know if he would be the asshole in calling her a slut by making people think she acts like this.
Okay, in which case you're the asshole for making frickin' fan fiction of your god.
That's my conspiracy theory, honestly. I think he might be
Maybe?
testing the waters and writing from a different perspective. Because I think he knows that if he wrote this from his own perspective, people are obviously going to call him an asshole.
Oh,
But if he
obviously,
frames it in this way, from a different POV, maybe people will be more lenient. Unfortunately, he's not the best writer,
Yeah.
so I don't think it worked out for him.
It's like, oh yeah, I had a great date with this older dude, and I gave him a blowy, and he filled me up, and I'm a little on the petite side, so I get a lot of
And then
dudes looking at me.
And then she starts at the end of post soliciting random people from
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah, this is
Anyway,
how
if
guys
y'all-
who have never seen. This is how guys who have never seen OnlyFans think OnlyFans chicks talks.
Yeah,
Like-
dude, it's the bit at the end that gets me. It's just like, anyway, if anyone wants to fuck me, fuck. Who the hell does that?
Yeah.
Fuck you, God.
Yeah, I diagnose you with not real, and if real, not canonical.
Yeah. I diagnose you with real life fan fiction.
But that's why we do the Reddit dive, because it's so funny. People are so quirky.
Yep.
And now it's time for the lightning round.
Lightning round!
There's a lump in the back of my throat because I've been talking so much. Anyway, it's time for the lightning round. Unpopular opinion, where we find some unpopular opinions, or maybe they're popular, maybe they're not popular, maybe we don't agree. Let's
Okay.
find out. Unpopular opinion, I don't care if bullies have it bad at home. I have no empathy for anyone. Nobody fucking matters.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree with them.
Yeah, because it's
It
like...
is- I don't care what your
Sheridan
circumstance.
has no empathy for anyone. He doesn't care.
No, because like the thing is, even if you do have issues at home, I'm sorry, I feel bad, but at the same time, please don't take it out on other people.
Yeah, your problem ceases to be sympathetic the moment you make it everyone else's problem.
Yeah.
Here's the rub though.
So I don't
Here's
care
the,
what your
here's the
rub
rub
is.
though. Here's the no, it's not my rub, it's his rub.
Okay.
I hate to hear people excuse bullying as the child has a bad home life. I really just don't care. As a teacher now, I don't care. You're not coming to school and terrorize everyone because of your own trauma. Here's the thing though, as a teacher, I feel like you're obligated to care a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. Because like this happens under your watch, so at the very least, you should open up that conversation
But
with
it's-
the parents of what kind of.
It's not
homework
your
that they have.
responsibility. It's not your responsibility to solve the problem, obviously,
Right, yeah.
but it's one of those things that you kind of have to be aware of and work around.
Yeah, at the very least,
Just because you're
Yeah.
in charge of the situation. And the other thing is that, like, I think it's not an unreasonable like emotion to feel this, like,
right, yeah.
what you said, but also I don't think it's conductive to problem solving.
Yeah.
I don't think any problem has been solved by being less sympathetic of each other or less
Right.
empathetic towards each other. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just I'll take it in a different direction. I don't think any problem's ever been solved by being apathetic towards it. Like their thing is like, I don't care if your problems are at home. Like, okay, well, if that's
Okay,
where the source of the issue is coming from, then you know.
Sure, but don't expect the situation to improve. You know.
Yeah.
That was really.
But yeah, I like it's again my rule of thumb is your problems cease to be sympathetic when you force them on other people.
Yes, but we're talking. Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're also
but,
talking
like-
about children.
Yeah. And also, like, from the perspective of a teacher, so,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway.
I just think generally the road to solving these kinds of interpersonal problems begins with understanding and empathy.
Right.
And if you shut that down and shut that out, you can't really blame the situation for getting worse or not improving at that point. Anyway,
I don't think there's anything the teacher can possibly do to solve the issue. Like, that's the thing.
sure, but then like
don't treat him like a piece of shit.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
right. That's
but,
what
like,
that's
like,
what
the
I take
problem
issue
is-
with is that it's
the
aggressive. He
prob-
felt
the problem
strongly enough
is-
about it to write it on Reddit.
Right, but the problem
Right.
the problem is with what you're saying and treating everything with empathy is like, you know, I feel like most people take that in a direction. Most people will take that in a direction of treat him like the victim, not the people he's victimizing, and that is
Okay. Yeah. No. Not that.
Cool. I didn't
Like-
say that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of a different
At no
thing.
point did I.
Yeah.
At no point did I said that. That's a whole new sentence. Sir, I like waffles.
So that means you hate pancakes.
Correct, actually.
Oh.
No. Dude, if it's for breakfast and there's syrup on it, I'm probably interested.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree.
Wow, another callback. The sanctity of Pancake Day will not be desecrated. That was a fun post.
That was interesting, yeah.
Unpopular opinion, The Human Centipede is actually a good movie.
I don't... I'm curious to know what their reasoning is.
Alright, hold on. Let me pull this post. I was curious to watch it.
myself, so I have never watched it.
I was
Yeah.
curious to watch it because everyone's saying how disgusting and gruesome it is. I wanted to see for myself and watch both the first and original movie and the second one. The one with 12 people.
Yeah.
The beginning wasn't that interesting, but I realized that as the movie was going on, it kept me on edge as to what was going to happen next. The suspense was great. It didn't bore me. I love the fact that it was unpredictable and full of twists. It might have been twisted, gruesome, and unusual, but overall, I feel like it's not that bad a movie. It's full of suspense and twists. Any opportunity given, I'd watch it again. You can't know unless you see it for yourself. The second movie was terrible, though not worth it at all.
Yeah, so I've only seen the original, but I will say
There's a third one? Hold on. Somebody said there's a third one.
Yeah,
How many people are in the third one? How many were on the third one?
I have no idea. But no, I've seen the original, and I'm not going to necessarily call it a flat-out bad movie, but it is a movie that is very flawed because while it does have, like they said, it has at the very least decent tension. The issue with the movie is that it is extremely shallow, and about halfway through
It's kind of all in the premise.
Yeah, about halfway through the movie, it just becomes a parade of misery.
Sorry, I just fucking asked ChatGPT. In the Human Centipede 3 final sequence, the Human Centipede consists of 500 people.
What the hell?
We went from 3 to 12 to 500.
Okay, I need to fact check Chatsworth. Hold on.
What, you don't believe him? Why would he lie? Why would he lie about this? It takes place in a prison. The prison warden did it in an attempt to control and punish the inmates.
Yeah, fucking... It's Human Centipede 3, how long... How many people... Yeah, 500. To punish his prisoners, a sadistic warden and his right-hand man hatch a scheme to suture 500 inmates together.
That was a long night for the seamstress, let me tell you.
Right, yeah.
Well, that's some fucking serial escalation if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, anyway, my point is that, like, the original movie isn't as bad as people say it is, but I'm not going to call it a good movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it's... The main problem, I think, is that it got you with the premise, and that's kind of like all it has going for it, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like all there is to know about the crying game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's, all there is to know about the daisy chain fucking mouth Dane as humans.
Daisy chain mountains.
That's how I phrased it. I asked
I know.
Chatsworth how many people are in the daisy chain in the third Human Centipede.
Next one.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Unpopular opinion. Car manufacturers should go back to requiring the insertion of a physical key to start the vehicle. Auto theft is out of control in my area in eastern Canada, and is entirely enabled by electronic key fobs and push-button start vehicles. Thieves clone or spoof the original signal from the fob and drive away with the vehicle. There was nothing wrong with needing to physically insert a mechanical key into the ignition and twist it to start the vehicle. Car manufacturers should go back to that model. It wasn't broken, didn't need fixing.
You do realize that if they have the sophistication to be able to spoof and engage your car that way, that they also probably have the skill set to just learn how to pick a basic fucking lock.
Yeah.
Like before, like car thieves got like you can rake. You can literally just rake most car key locks.
I think the idea,
like it takes no skill.
I don't think it's a skill thing. I think the idea is that it takes more time. But I
No,
feel like
it literally doesn't. A rake can happen in 5 seconds. You can rake a key. You can rake a car key lock in 5 seconds.
Yes, but if you prepare the spoof ahead of time, it takes 0 seconds. So technically, I'm still correct.
It's the best kind of correct.
No, I
I don't know.
understand.
I've also seen rakes just be done in one. I've also seen rakes be done in 1 second. It depends on the lock, but most car locks, are just.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it's like an
Yeah.
impenetrable box problem. If someone wants to steal your car, they're going to do it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't. You know, there's going to be times where you're not watching it, and it's going to be in a position where they can. You know.
Yeah, and
So.
the thing about having any kind of lock, well, first of all, yeah, the key to having any kind of lock is that it deters all but the most dedicated,
Mhm.
and it deters all but the most dedicated car thieves. And if you've got a group going around and stealing cars because they have the finances, that's not a man, cars should go back to keys problem. That is we have organized crime in our fucking city, and that needs to be dealt with problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, the official Baka Gaijin show recommendation is, instead of going back to physical keys, we should go instead forward to roof-mounted automatic motion-sensing turrets.
Try to steal my car? Death penalty.
Please step away from the vehicle. All
Well, the
trespassers
other-
within 10 feet will be shot on sight.
It literally
yeah,
just.
the other-
I'm sorry. You literally just said to turn it into freaking Ed 209 from RoboCop. You have 5 seconds to comply. I am now authorized to use physical force.
Yep. That'll show them. No further comments.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, you should sit in your seat at a concert. There was no need to stand up during a concert. No one wants to see you dance or throw your arms in the air. You invade other people's space and block the view of those behind you. We pay to see the artist, not drunken patrons flailing around. Sit down, enjoy the show, plant your butt in the seat you paid for. This does not apply to outdoor festivals where there's no designated seating available.
Yeah, so we actually talked about this with somebody else before, but like if it is a concert venue that is all seating arrangements, then yeah, probably stay in your seat just for the sake of other people. That said, I've actually seen plenty of concerts that have like standing room as well as sitting room. So like
Sure.
if you want to stand, just move to the standing area. But if you're in the sitting area, fucking sit. So
Yeah. Yes.
it's just basic. What?
I sort of disagree. I think it's fine to stand up during certain parts of it. Just like keep in mind the people around you.
Right. Yeah.
Like other people around you. And if someone asks you to sit down so they can see, then do that. But it's like
Yeah. Be mindful of the people around you, basically. Yeah.
yeah, just be courteous. Like it's not that fucking big a deal.
Yeah.
But it sounds
Damn,
like
I was gonna argue with you, but then you told me it's not that big a fucking deal, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, actually.
yeah. It's not
I
that
don't
big of a
agree.
fucking
I don't
deal.
agree with you. I just don't want to die on this hill.
It's yeah. Well, you don't go to concerts.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, my implicit bias got me again. No. Unpopular opinion, leather seats actually suck. They're sticky, make noise when you move an inch, get hot easily, and the smell makes me nauseous when I'm a passenger. All of the above also applies to leather furniture. I mean,
I don't.
you're kind of true.
You're kind of right, but like I also don't. I don't find a lot of that to be nearly as much of an issue, apart from like the freaking hot car thing. But like,
Yeah. I think leather is for very specific applications when it comes to sitting. You know.
yeah.
One of the benefits of leather is that it's stain. It's pretty much. It's not entirely stain proof, but it is.
You gotta try.
Yeah, it's extremely easy
Yeah.
to clean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to clean, and yeah, it's. I don't know how I feel about leather seats for like cars, because again, the heating issue is a big deal. But like for leather couches, like what?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
those shits are fucking comfy.
Yeah, I fucking
hell?
love leather couches. Those are great.
Why don't you fucking marry them?
I'm not JD Vance.
Nice. Topical. Love it.
High five.
Damn it. I don't know if that counted mic. Fuck.
It did.
Okay, cool. I wouldn't want to disrupt the Air 5. God, this fucking... What a... this is terrible.
Was it like all ass today in frickin' our unpopular opinions?
Yeah, okay. Unpopular opinion, cold garlic bread is better than warm. Seriously, it is. Warm is okay, but so messy. The flavor comes through a bit more strongly if it's cold. The texture is also nicer, with a bit more contrast between the crunchy outside and the softer inside. I felt so strongly about this, I needed to validate my opinion on the internet.
Somebody just shamed you for eating garlic bread cold, didn't they?
My father never loved me.
My father left me.
I am filling the void of absent parental love by
Eating garlic
consuming
bread
massive
cold.
quantities of cold garlic bread. Specifically cold. It's better. No, seriously.
It's better.
It is.
No, seriously.
Warm is okay, but so messy. Plus, the flavor
Okay,
comes
okay.
through a bit
How
more
is it
strongly if it's
messy?
cold.
How
The
is
texture is a bit nicer with more contrast between the crunchy outside and the softer inside.
How is it messy? How is warm garlic bread more messy than cold garlic bread? That doesn't make any fucking sense. What?
Well,
Yeah,
the-
warm bread tends to, or cold bread tends to crumble more.
Yeah, that's actually.
Like, so you're just gonna take a bite, and it's gonna crumb all over the place. Like warm garlic bread is more malleable.
Yeah.
Look, I understand what you're saying, but have you considered that cold garlic bread is better than warm?
Shut the fuck
Seriously,
up!
it is.
Stop.
Warm is
I did
okay,
consider
but
it.
so
I
messy.
decided it was fucking retarded, and I've decided not to engage with this person anymore because they're trash.
But have you considered that
You
there
have
are
a brain tumor,
sorcerers?
sir, that makes you think this. Please seek help.
I think it's a woman. Their name's Sorceress 683. Oh
What?
God!
God.
What happened? What happened to the other 682 sorceresses?
White woman spotted.
Well, naturally, they're eating garlic bread cold,
Yeah.
which is better than warm. Seriously, it is. Warm is okay.
I
but
need.
so messy.
I'm going to commit. I'm gonna commit.
Mhm.
To what? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna commit.
Indeed.
Continue. Next.
Unpopular opinion, most of the time when people say they've had or had the flu, it was actually just a cold. I disagree. It's actually mostly just a fever.
Yeah.
I fell into that trap a lot when I was younger, of thinking I had the flu when it was really just a fever or an upset stomach. The flu is more serious. Which I think actually explains why people don't take the flu as seriously as they probably should.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, collectively, we all just kind of confuse it with other things.
Yeah. Cold and flu kind of, like, for the longest time, I kind of just conflated the two as being the same or similar, but learned that was not true very quickly
Well,
when I actually got
A cold
influenza.
generally, well, and yeah, I was gonna say, influenza generally comes with everything from aches to shivers to stomach to nausea to high fever. A cold rarely ever contains a fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly just coughing and occasionally sneezing, general discomfort, congestion, and
Yeah.
That's it. Like, if you're vomiting and you're shivering and you've got a fever, that's probably an
I think-
influenza or a coronavirus of some kind.
I have a conspiracy theory. I think part of why people confuse these general sicknesses is I think because of like stock cartoon sickness, you know,
Yeah.
or like sitcom sickness or whatever, where the people are like lying on a couch or in bed and they're surrounded by tissues or whatever, and it's
they're
like
going,
kind of vague. It's like vague what they have, and sometimes they kind of like writers will like mix and match symptoms, and it's not like really. They're just sick. They're just generally sick, and it's not really clear exactly what they have. I think that might be the origin of how a lot of people kind of get fevers and flus and shit mixed up. It's just because in the media it's usually just portrayed as one generic umbrella of vague sickness. That's not anyone's fault. I just think it kind of has consequences.
Yeah, it feels like that's maybe part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need some PSAs on this topic. We need to get like fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson on public access TV to explain to us what a flu is.
Okay, but can we have an actual like person who knows what he's talking about?
Yeah, let's get Bill Nye.
No, we're going in the opposite direction.
Kevin, his degree is in engineering.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot we can't get Bill Nye. He died on those electrical wires. I'm
That's
sorry.
true. That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah, he's
yeah.
canonically dead now.
Hey man, it's Bill Nye, the science guy.
May our Lord and Savior Atheismo have solace on Bill Nye's soul. Praise science. Anyway, oh god, this sucks. The one time I need the fucking lightning round to be a lightning round and fill time, it's slow fucking going.
Yeah.
You get dumb shit like a book can be judged by its cover.
Shut up.
Way to go, asshole.
Good job.
Wow, you just won the internet today.
It's like,
You won a whole internet.
Yeah, if there's one thing
All
that
the posts on the internet, you're the best one today.
if there's one thing that I've actually found about the frickin' R in popular opinions is that it's like 30% people taking an idiom and being like, actually.
This common turn of phrase does not accurately represent all facets of life. Wow, really?
It's like, wow, you're gonna tell me the fucking grass is green next?
Oh, okay, we
It is.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
My grass
Hey,
is
speaking
going
of colors, we got a vaguely weebish unpopular opinion here.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion, Hatsune Miku's color scheme sucks. It's literally one of the worst shades of green. She looks like toothpaste. I get that she's kind of meant like some sort of device, but it's hard to see her that way in most fan art. They are just a few shades away from making her pleasant light blue, would have paired much better with her gray clothing. You heard it here. Hatsune Miku
Okay.
looks like toothpaste.
I will respect his opinion because the thing is, I can kind of fucking see it, so I can't even say he's necessarily wrong. It's just I actually do find her color scheme appealing because like there is a contrast between like the green and blue with the like gray and black, so I like it. But also, I do see where he's coming from. So I mean, hey, there you go.
It's distinctive.
Yeah, no,
What
it is. Yeah.
You see that shade of gray or silver and that shade of teal together, and you're like, that's fucking Miku coded right there.
Yeah. It's to the point where whenever somebody sees like a green-haired, pigtailed character in an anime or cartoon, they're like, "Holy fuck, Hatsune Miku!" Like, it's a consistent thing. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I am seeing the toothpaste. It does kind of look like toothpaste. Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Actually,
yeah, it's a good
I'm
thing.
arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I like
it's
it.
the official art anyway is, I mean, obviously art varies. There's some, I'm even just Googling her name, I'm seeing pieces where it's way more blue or way more green. But I think the official art has a very distinct shade of teal. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. I like it.
We stan a legend here.
I'm gonna wear my Hatsune Miku
Yep.
shirt just to spite this dude.
Cool. Okay, this one. Okay, we got an unpopular opinion from, I assume, a 76-year-old man.
Okay.
Law and Order Criminal Intent should have lasted longer than SVU.
Oh God. Oh yeah. I've heard so many people who are like super into Law and Order be like, Criminal Intent was the best Law and Order series, and it was also like one of the shortest
Criminal
ones.
Intent had more interesting characters, better storylines, and it had Vincent D'Onofrio and Jeff Goldblum. They can outact anyone in the SVU cast.
Okay, to be fair, Vincent D'Onofrio and Jeff Goldblum, big benefit to Criminal Intent, but like, yeah, that's something that I've heard a lot. Is that in terms of like an
Well,
action-
D'Onofrio was as crazy as half the criminals in that show too.
yeah,
Like he was kind of like the Stabler of the show, where he was as unhinged as half the people he went after.
yeah.
But like but D'Onofrio was even like more psychotic. But like, so yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, great. The subject material just wasn't as compelling. Like that's just it. The fact that like SVU on regular ass television can get away with writing about rape every single week is kind of a hard dramatic tone to beat.
Right. It's inherently
Oh,
built
yeah.
into the premise. Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the main mark against SVU is the fact that it has for like years now been memed as the show that octogenarians fall asleep to. You know,
yeah.
that's more indicative than anything.
Yeah, well, and it's I think also as cool as having Jeff Goldblum and D'Onofrio on the staff were, I feel like the SVU's like their main
Yes.
cast
Yes.
just has better chemistry together.
Yes, I would argue SVU. I have actually seen quite a bit of Law and Order, and of the major Law and Order series, SVU
I
has
still watch SVU.
SVU begrudgingly has probably the strongest ensemble. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and I know it gets memed to death whenever it tries to cover any kind of serious subject
Right, yeah.
matter, and I do find those scenes very, very fucking funny.
yeah,
Remember the Gamergate episode?
yes,
Yeah, dude, do you remember the one where the kid was killing and sexually assaulting people because he learned it on Grand Theft Auto?
yeah.
The
Man,
game was
fuck
called
this
Grand
show.
Theft Metro.
Fuck this show.
Remember that one episode where that one kid got fucking shot in the courtroom and it was depicted as a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also, well, I mean, to be fair, the point of that episode was not that it was the video games actually causing it, despite the fact that he was gaining inspiration from it.
Yeah.
Like the point of that was that it had to do with other stuff in his life that was motivating him to hurt people. It had
My
nothing-
my
he
problem
just
is
used
that
it.
you know the intended audience did not take away that message.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could have taken away a different one watching the episode, but
They look. I know this is going to come as a shock to you. Other people are way stupider than you.
I know. It's just
Okay,
like
just-
if they
just so you
actually, well,
understand that.
okay, if they watch the first 5 minutes, they're like, "Yo, dude," they were like, the first 5 episodes was like, "Oh, he must have learned that from Grand Theft Metro. He plays it all the time. That's what his parents said, or some shit." And the rest of the episode, literally every line that comes out of every character's mouth is, "This is why you're stupid and that's wrong."
But the problem is,
but yeah.
it's Law and Order SVU, so no one makes it through a full episode before falling asleep.
I do.
Yes, but we watch it as comedy.
It's America's favorite octogenarian sleep aid.
Right.
That's gonna do it for this episode.
Yeah, I think that's good. All right.
Because by God, I'm scrolling down and it's only getting worse.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, it only gets worse.
That's not. Anyway, where can we find
Thanks
each
for
other?
listening. Oh, thanks for listening to the Baka Gaijin Show. You can follow us on Twitter at ZeekFreak, at CTremenderK, at JurorXD, which makes it sound like I'm gargling marshmallows when I say it, but it's fine.
Helps if you're European.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can actually
Jerry
see, I can see the logic in that.
Yeah.
Join our Discord link below. Like, subscribe, comment, send us sweet kisses over Telegram. Not Telegram the service, actual Telegram.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get your Morse code. We want to get your beep 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 like that.
Yep.
Do that.
Do it!
please.
I want to get songrams.
Oh, yes. Send us birthday cards that sing little songs. It's not our birthday. We just want to feel something.
Yeah. God. God, that
Thanks for listening.
reminds me of that. I'm sorry, it just reminds me of a post in another server where it's like someone's like, "Hey, who wants to? It's my birthday. Who wants to buy me $60 worth of video games?" And someone's just like, "You're gonna get a card with $20 starring these two little motherfuckers," and it's those two little cartoony bunnies, like the green and the blue one.
No,
Yeah, those little talking fuckers.
Yeah. Anyway, if we're done tangenting, thanks for listening to the podcast. Subscribe for more, or don't. It's your life. Zeke freak out. Ciao, ciao for now.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes